Guys, welcome back. So today's a drugstore foundation routine and we're just going to jump right into it. I first started out by shaving off the little tiny fine hairs around my face that I know would be noticeable with foundation. I just use one of the little facial, it's like a razor. You can get them at Target. They work really well. You have to be careful because they are sharp. Then I just go ahead and go in with the Post Shave Balm by Nivea Men. I like the refreshing feeling before putting on my makeup, and it kind of sits like a barrier so the foundation's not sitting right on my skin. Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and moisturize our face. I used to use the Lubriderm Daily Moisturizer, but I ran out, so we're going to use this one for now. I just put it all over my face, as you would do any other lotion or product. And I have a little bit of redness and discoloration on my cheeks and a little bit on my forehead. And yeah, don't mind my eyebrows, they're just, yeah, that's the current situation right now. So for foundation, I use the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy foundation in the shade 130 Buff Beige. And then I just go in with my Morphe M439. This is a synthetic brush. It's one of Jaclyn Hill's favorites. One of my friends showed me this brush and I loved it so much. And I also use the Beauty Blender, well, Real Technique sponge, and I'll use the Beauty Blender. But I usually use the Beauty Blender just for concealer, and then I use the Real Technique sponge either to put on all my foundation or just to go on and like pounce it around my face afterwards. And then to apply my foundation, I just put it all over my face. I pour a little bit on the back of my hand and then just dot it everywhere. I always end up putting too much on the back of my hand and having to pour the rest of it back in the bottle. This is also why I use drugstore, because I feel like I would waste a lot of foundation if I paid $50 for a bottle. And the cool thing about this brush is that you pretty much just have to buff the foundation into your face. There's no real way of using it. I just brushed it all over my face. It makes it go really fast. Like, I finished my foundation really quick compared to a beauty blender. This one just overall coverage. This foundation's like a buildable foundation. It's really light coverage. I don't like a lot of full coverage. I will look really cakey really fast, and I think that's just how my skin is. But this brush makes it go on really, not sheer, but full coverage enough to cover everything. I do go back in later and just fill up some spots where I know you can still see a little bit of redness, but I don't like the cakey look, so I don't put on a whole lot of foundation. And this foundation is really buildable, so if you do want a more full coverage, you can add as much as you want. It is really buildable and it works really well. Also, I make sure to blend really in my hairline, I guess you could say. I don't like where you can see the line. I blend it all the way to my ears as well. And this brush works really well for that because the bristles move around and they spread out and they cover a lot of area. It's a really dense brush, but it works really well for full face and fast application. And you guys always remember to blend all the way down to your neck, just so in case you are wearing the wrong shade, it will match and you don't have a line going across your chin. Just blend it down just a little bit. That's all it takes. once I'm done applying my foundation, I go ahead and spray my beauty blender just to get it a little damp, and I just pounce it across my face just to make sure everything's perfectly blended, and in case I missed any spots, and it kind of just sets my foundation a little bit better. It makes it look really flawless. Okay, then once I'm done pretty much setting my foundation, I go in with my back with my original foundation, and I just set a little bit in my T-zone, just in those areas where I know it gets extra red throughout the days, and I just blend that in with the beauty blender really quick. Alright, you guys, and that's pretty much it for my foundation routine. I will do a full face one of these days. So yeah, this is the finished look. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.